I will show you today how I do the leaf, which is a very, very popular motif in Irish lace. It's very widely used, and I don't know if you've seen it, but I have a difficulty finding the one that is arching to the left. Most of the tutorials are for this type of leaf, which it's uh, ridges and the arching is to the right. So I will show you what I do and how I create this one because I find it kind of useful sometimes to have one that is arching this way. So as you can see, we finished this one at the end where we start. With this one, we end at the ridge. Well, at least I do. So anyway, I'll show you how I do it, and it's fairly simple. Nothing to it. It's just a little trick here and there. So we're going to do the 24 chain. So let's get 24 chains on the hook, slip stitch, and we start counting 2 and go on until we have 24. I'll see you when we have 24. So we have 24 stitches, chain of 24, and we're going to go on with our leaf, but we are going, instead of starting with the smaller crochet, going to the double crochet from the single to the double, we're going to go backwards. We're going to skip 2 and go to the third one with the double crochet. We're going to start, basically I'll show you where we're beginning our leaf. So if with this one we start here with the one that is arching this way, we're starting right here. So we're starting right here and going this way right now. We're starting with double crochet right here. And we're going on with the double crochets. So that's the one that we're going to be doing. And we're right here with the double crochet. So you can orient yourself a bit better. So we're going with the double crochet. We did 1. I'm sorry, my yarn is splitting and I don't want to miss any thread of yarn. There we go. So we're going with the double crochet right there. And we're going into, we did 1 and we missed, skip 2 stitches, did 1 single crochet, and we're going with 5 single crochets, double crochets. We're doing double crochets, not single. So we did chain 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 double crochets, and into the 6th one we do 2 of them into the same stitch. That will help us with arching. If you want your leaf to arch like this one does, just 1 additional double crochet right here is going to arch it. If you want even more profound arching, add another one somewhere, do another 5 double crochets, and do 2 double crochets in the same stitch, and it will be more profoundly arching. So we will go just with one in this one, and we will continue with double crochets until we have only 6 stitches left on this chain, and I will meet you here. So we did all the double crochets. One stitch received 2 double crochets, and we have 6 stitches left on the chain. Never count the first one. We have, this one is not count, this one. So we have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 6 stitches, and we proceed with half double crochet. You basically start like you're doing double, pull the yarn, and with 3 loops on the hook, you pull the yarn through all 3. So it makes the double crochet a little shorter, as you can see. And we made 3 of them, and the rest 3 stitches will receive only a single crochet. So we did single crochet, and we're done with this side of the leaf. Now for us to kind of turn around to the side, we need into the same stitch add 3 single crochets. So we go 1, 2, 3, and it helps us to have this turn around to the next side, to the other side. Here we can tack our tail into our crocheting, and we go with symmetrical to the other side, 3 single crochets. Don't forget to have your tail into the crocheting. Now we do 3 half double, 3 half double. That's the second one. And we're doing the third half double. And there we go. And now we go on into each stitch. We will create a double crochet until we get to where we started without increasing or decreasing. Just, you can decrease here if you want, but I usually go into each stitch, and it's enough for arching. If you want more arching, you can decrease here. I would not recommend, but it's up to you. You can experiment because you will need a lot of elements. So you can always play with them. So I will meet you right here. You just continue into each stitch with double crochet. See you there. So we did all our double crochets in this row on this side where we don't want anything to arch. We did it into every single stitch, and we came back to the beginning, to the top of our leaf. And this is the stitch that had the first double crochet on this side. So into this stitch, we will do 5 double crochets just to make a nice round tip of our leaf. So that's 3, 4, and 5. That will get us a nice round tip. 5 additional double crochets in the last stitch of the previous row. So now we'll just connect this with the first double crochet, and we're done with the first 2 rows of our leaf, and it looks nice. And now what we do, we go 1 stitch up, and we're going with single crochet backwards. That's our famous beautiful stitch that creates the very 3D edge of the element. So we will go all the way around the leaf, and I will meet you right there. So we came back to where we started with our single crochet backwards, and we ended up right here. And now we need to create the extra ridges for our leaf, but on the left-hand side. So this is the last single crochet backwards. We look for the first available back wall of the previous row on the other side. And what we do here, you find the wall of the stitch, you pull the yarn, and you do the slip stitch. Let's do it again. So you're looking for this wall of the next crochet, but we're looking for it on this side. So we're going to do the slip stitch, and that gets us to the other side. The thing with this, we want the next row of ridges to start a bit off from the tip of the leaf. So if on those leaves, you just basically skip few crochets. Here, you just need to get yourself to this point and start from here. So for that, we just do slip stitches. The trick here is not to tie the stitches, but rather pull and have more freedom for them to stay behind discreetly, just like that. Nobody will see it, nobody will know. And get yourself as low as possible or as high as possible as you want. I would imagine 2-3 stitches down from the tip is sufficient. So we can go one more. Basically just a slip stitch. And from this point on, we can go on with our double crochets. And I don't like to do chain 3 how most people do. I like to have more substance to my crochet. So I pull on this, grabbing the same wall, I'm pulling the yarn and have 2 stitches I go through 2, then I pull another yarn through the stitch and have something like that at the edge. And it creates the first double crochet and the end of the row. So I look for the next one and do the double crochet. And I do the double crochets all the way to the end until I have about 6 stitches left, where I will do half doubles and single crochets. So I will meet you there when I have 6 of them left. So we're here where there are only 6 left, and we're doing half double crochet, half double crochet, another half. Oops, what do we have here? Right there. Half, and now we do 1 single, single, and single crochet, which gets us to the very end tip of our leaf, just like that. So from here on, we're going again 1 stitch up, and next one gets the single crochet backwards until we get to the tip right here, until we hit our last stitch. I'll see you there. So there we go. Very last stitch of the riser there. Got the single crochet backwards as well, just to have a nice tip here. And at this point, if you want one more ridge, and I do, same thing. You find a very first wool on the other side, and you do a slip stitch without tying it. You go another slip stitch, and maybe another slip stitch without really putting too much tension into yarn. Keep it loose, and maybe even one more slip stitch, and see if you're satisfied. I think I want to go even lower. Maybe let's go 2 more. And actually it will be visible what the heck I'm doing right here, because you can see on the other side, those slip stitches are not going to bother anyone. They're actually even pushing this edge a little more. But then, of course, when you're going to do your garment, whatever you have in mind, this will be connected to the backing will be connected to this. So it's absolutely irrelevant if it is there or not, but in this particular application, we just need to get lower than the tip. So, and from this point on, I will show you again what I'm doing. I'm pulling the yarn. I have 2 loops, and I'm doing 1 stitch. Sorry. Again, I'm pulling the yarn. I have 2 loops, 1 stitch. I'm pulling the yarn through those stitch on at the bottom and another one. That is the stitch, the edge of my ridge, and it gets it to the enough height for me to continue with my double crochet. It's a height of the double crochet. So from this point on, I'm doing double crochets and until I have 6 at the end, where I will go with 3 halves and 3 singles. See you there. So we are here with 6 stitches left, and just like in the previous rows, we're doing 3 half doubles, 2, 3, and 3 single crochets at the very end. Sorry, singles. I always want to hurry towards the end and finish it. So that's the last single crochet. And we're going with 1 stitch up and single crochets backwards to complete our left hand side leaf. I'll meet you right there when we will be finishing it. So that's pretty much what it is. We finished with the single crochet backwards, and that's the end of our journey here for this particular leaf with arching and ridges on the left. You can certainly create one more short ridge if you want. I don't in this case, so this is a bit too long, but basically that's good enough. Cut the yarn and we have it. So here is this one, here is that one, also with the 3 ridges. They look absolutely gorgeous. They don't look any different than the ones on the ridges and the arching on the right, and they could definitely create stunning design by combining them together. So anyway, if you have any questions, let me know. Meanwhile, this is a left-hand side leaf for Irish lace. Bye.